Hey everybody, beautiful morning, early morning here in South Florida, and we're going to be taking the X-Cub today up to mid-Florida, a little bit west of Okeechobee, and today we're going to the Florida Cub Flyers event. It's an awesome club here in Florida, tons of people. I think there's about 100 members from around the state, and we're going up a little west to a place called Square One Ranch. Now, the nice thing about this place is this is a private ranch. They have shooting ranges right there where we can take the plane, pull right up the shooting range. We got lunch going on up there. We got some speakers from Piper that's going to be there as well, talking about the history of Piper and everything that's going on and some of the new stuff that's happening. So I'm excited to get up there. It's always a great time getting with all the folks at the Florida Cub Flyers. I learned so much from this group and I'm really looking forward to it. So we got about a 43-minute flight. Should be a beautiful day. And we'll talk to you when we finish with our pre-flight and we get in the air. See you in a minute. To mid-Florida for the Florida Cub Flyers event. Great club. If you're in the area, you definitely want to, get a hold of us, put a ticket in and support at e3aviation.com. We'll connect you with them. But really great club. Every couple weekends, we're somewhere new in the Florida area here. This weekend, we're on our way right now to a private ranch up a little bit west of Okeechobee Lake. And it's great. I mean, it's not an airport, it's not chartered, anything like that, but they got a huge ranch and they clean a nice patch for us, and they actually have a shooting range and stuff there as well. So we might do a little shooting today, but today is going to be, let's see, we got, and by the way, Cub Flyers are an awesome group, really experienced team of people, mainly Cubs, Carbon Cubs, Piper Cubs, of course, and you get to meet some great people. I love these events because I get to go sit with really experienced pilots that have built these planes, that have flown them for years, retired military pilots, and get to hear some great stories, learn a lot from them. So it's just always a great time when we get together. And they, of course, give you great briefings and stuff on what's going on. Like this event, we're actually doing a bomb drop contest. I'm not doing it today. It's a little hard when the floats. The floats are there, it's hard to drop. But in the FX3, we can drop no problem. And we're also doing spot landing contests, of course, like a stall contest, so that's happening today. Really cool prizes. And then we have an awesome brunch that's going on here. This is being held by Square One Shooting Ranch. So they get all kinds of ranges, they got a big pavilion with food. You can fly in whenever you want. You just give them a call, say, hey, I'm flying in, I want to go shooting there. So it's a really good time. So the Florida Cub Flyers, I have no idea what else is happening. I think we got some speakers today and some other cool stuff. We're probably going to walk around and look at some of the planes. These guys have built some incredible aircraft. So we're going to walk around and see a little bit of that. So it should be a good event. And we're not too far out here, so we're going to go ahead and start our recons of the path and talk to them on the radio. And then we'll see you on the ground. And Square One, blue and white and fifth, we're 70. We're going to head left downwind for 5. We're looking, we got you guys on the radar here. I'm watching this Cub that's right underneath us here. But I'm going to wait for him to go in and then we'll run in behind. Bring the props in.
Circling 70 is going to head in behind the Cub landing, do a bomb drop first. That's one with you. Take a practice, take a 2 on the.
So they're going to do some bomb drops here. Which means they're dropping some flour on a target to win the prize. All right, we got this field in sight. There's an aircraft on there, taxiing back. Slow it down here.
4 whiskeys down, back taxiing.
Verify, gear down on the floats, in the mirrors, 4 green. All right, got to get our speed set because there's a contest to land closer to the line. There's the power lines. And then we can drop down now.
So Ron, this is White Fox, so 2 miles to the southeast.
How much fun are you allowed to have on a submarine?
Yeah, huh? Hey everybody, this is Carl. He's the president of Cub Flyers, Florida Cub Flyers.
Welcome.
How many planes today?
We're looking at 24, 25 airplanes. I thought we'd have a helicopter or two, but Chuck decided to fly in with his new
the
light
UL.
sport one there. Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, I'm gonna look at that.
Yeah.
So
And
we
we're
got
going to
bomb
have
drop?
50 people.
Yeah, big day. So we got bomb drop going on.
Bomb drop. We've got mostly Cubs, but we have 3 Rands that I've counted, and
Great Lakes behind us
Yep.
here. And of course we flew in today in our X-Cub on floats.
beautiful.
Wish I had wheels today. So most of the planes are here. I guess we're gonna have about 30 planes today. Here's another one just like ours. So we came in here in our NX Cub. Here's another NX Cub on floats. We've been loving this plane. It even works great on the grass and things, but let's take a walk around. Now we've got a NX here on nose gear, which is awesome. We're looking to get the nose gear for ours. We've got a Great Lakes here that we'll look at. What'd you bring today?
Oh, the carbon Cub on the Bowmans, yeah, the 1500s. But that's the new fuel-injected 363i and a carbon Cub 1.5, or the FX 1.5.
So the FX2 or the FX3?
Nope, 1.5.
Oh, so that's better on floats.
Yeah, exactly.
Better than the FX3.
So we
on
have the
floats.
old wings and the old flaps and ailerons with the 363i fuel-injected engine, and it's a performer.
Nice.
And then we have that Cessna ground adjustable prop. But it's fast. It's a fast airplane, and we're seeing 115 true
Really?
at cruise. Yeah.
Even with the floats?
Believe it or not, those Bowmans are like gold. That they're small enough that you get 3 mile an hour more than the 29 big wheels. 3 miles an hour. They're creating some form of lift. And interesting story now you want to follow. A guy who I just met just bought aqua floats in Bushnell, and he's bringing those back. And they're in that same category as the Bowmans, and he wants to do a mechanical retraction, which we have, which is just a Johnson bar that's up or down. That's it. No electromechanical, no hydraulics, which is really super.
Because I lose 10 knots on my plane with flying 2100s.
Exactly. Yeah, but he's got the PKs, great floats, all that stuff, but it slows the airplane down by 12 knots. But the best part is, take a look inside them. We've got 14 years of salt on those, and you will not find a blemish.
Really?
Yeah.
So do you do anything special with the wash down or anything? Or?
Yeah, we're using salt gone or salt away, and leave it on. Anytime you can, when you're in the islands, leave it on.
Okay.
Just leave it on. Do not wash it off. Then every 6 months, no matter what, we're using Corrosion X, and you fog it. Don't slather it on, but put it under high pressure, mist it in there, and it gets in between the rivets and gets in between the stays. But I had written an article for Water Flying years ago about how to maintain them, and that's proof perfect that it works.
Really?
Yeah. For all the guys who don't want to go in salt water,
yeah.
Take a look.
I don't take in salt water much.
Think what you're missing,
Especially in the Florida Keys and
oh my God,
the beautiful places.
We've been down to Dry Tortugas, so
There's Bill.
Isla Morada.
Yeah, the Tortugas. We go to Little Palm Island for lunch.
That's it. There you are. The one thing I will say though is that we tend to make sure that we're in the water for at least 4 to 7 days minimum, because it's a lot of work to clean it up, right? So if you just do one splash, then it's the same amount of work. So
yeah, exactly. You know, I basically, when I go in the salt water, when I get home, if I'm not doing the level you are, which is depending on what I'm doing, I flood every single one of those.
We do that.
Dump them all out.
Yep. Put the hose in there with the salt gone or salt away, then go up and do some serious rocking and rolling, some attitudes. Just try to get all that salt out of there. But and then when we're every 6 months when we're fogging them, then obviously the the covers come off.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you dry them out, clean them out, fog them with Corrosion X, and you're good to go. But seriously, take a look. You will not see. Yeah, open up the panels and take a look. There, you won't find a blemish on them.
So here is kind of like our last plane. We had the FX3. This is an EX3. FX3 is factory built. EX3, you build it yourself, and it's got 31s on it, which is cool. Carbon Cub. Now you guys will hear gunfire and stuff because we're literally, this is a range. You can come to this range. You can land here on the runway. Let me show you the runway here because it's actually pretty good shape. So it's a 1,400-foot grass strip here at Square One Ranch. And we're doing some landing contests and some of the drop contests. You've seen that already. So we got a nice EX3 here, big 31s. Oh, and he's also got the, he's got the lift helmet as well. We showed you the lift helmet. Make sure you guys check out our video on the lift helmet. But more importantly, the reason this club exists, the Florida Cub Flyers, is right here. The iconic, the J3s, the Cubs, the Super Cubs. These are just so awesome. And then follow me over here because we actually have a Rans outbound. I think this is the 21S. This is kind of a big deal lately. You've been hearing a lot about this. So the 21S is one of the newer ones. Great plane, great performer, a lot of fun. Check out the inside of it. We'll take a peek here. Got the nice carbon fiber props on it. Fun plane. Take a look at this. Big wide openings, got the nice Garmin panel. Then of course, you guys probably seen this plane, another Carbon Cub, FX3 on 35s, the big boys, and we probably got maybe 5-6 pounds in here. You can usually tell by just kneeing it. So depending on what we're doing, I used to run, if I'm at the airport and doing everyday stuff, I would run about 8 pounds on it, but you can take these right down to 3 or 4 pounds, get them nice and soft and stuff. Again, more helmets. You guys, you got to go check out our video we just did on our new lift helmets. And I talk about how people make fun of me when I wear it, but really, in these planes, we should be wearing them. And I'm seeing more and more people are wearing helmets. So kudos to you guys. You got to check out the lift helmets. They're really awesome. Let's go over and check out this amphib we were just talking about. And of course, we got the shooting ranges here on the right. All right, guys, hey, this is the plane we just talked about. Floats are definitely lighter than our whip lines, and they are absolutely clean. He just talked about how he keeps this up. Make sure you go back and listen to him because these guys are experts. One of the things I love about the Cub Flyers events, these are experienced guys. They really know what they're doing when it comes to these planes and stuff. So definitely want to check them out. There's nothing better than coming to a Cub Flyers event with these guys, sitting, having lunch, and learning so much from all their experience and their years of building these planes. But like he said, this is one of the original Carbon Cub, the FX, the original FX. It's in beautiful shape. Looks great. So also what we have here is we've got pistol range here. On this side we got long range, rifle range. And then all throughout, when we get into the area over here, all throughout this whole area, you can drive around in golf carts and get to all the different ranges and stuff, whether it's skeet range or more pistol. You can actually hear them out there. Those sound like shotguns. So shotgun out there. And here's more J3, classic J3 4-cylinder. This is what it's all about right there. Then over here we got a Super Cub. One of the newers. And we got another Super Cub. Then beyond that, we got our Cessna 180 Sky Wagon. Why do you call it a Sky Wagon? Because it's just like a family wagon where anything you can put inside that thing, as long as you can shut the doors, you can still fly. They're a great airplane. Then here's like our old, we have the old FX3. This is kind of the FX3 but UL. So different fuel available now. So this one's a new one from Cub Crafters, and we'll have Chuck do a walk around with us and talk about it and stuff, but we'll show you the inside. But it's basically an FX3 with a different engine setup. This has the Rotax 916 IS in it, and they're doing pretty well. I think he said he's flying about 115 knots at about 8 gallons an hour, which is pretty good. So take a peek on the inside of this one. So as you can see, we got the small 7-inch Garmin in it. Very simple, nice, light, effective, economical carbon Cub.
All right.
So next year you'll be bringing the Cub, huh?
Oh yeah.
Everybody, this is Chuck, and he sold us all our carbon Cubs so far, and he's trying to find us more.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Any on the market right now that I want?
Nah, not right this second.
What about this one?
That one's our demo plane, and we got a position coming up. I'm gonna talk to you before we leave.
Okay.
That I just got a position for one of these new ones. So
I want to ask you something.
yep.
What's this right here?
That's a Rotax 916 IS.
So is this one of the first ones?
That is one of the first ones.
So UL, is that like alternative fuel?
It's no ultralight. So these were actually started to go overseas is what they did. They started them for. It is a hot rod.
Yeah.
It's a hot rod. Cruising, you're going to cruise 130 to 140 miles an hour. It's 7 gallons an hour.
Yeah.
It's
Now, what's your settings at that?
It's all FADEX. It's all single lever, constant speed prop, fuel injection. You don't do anything but push the throttle.
Oh man, I want to look at that.
It's pretty
that's kinda
cool.
cool. So would you say the horsepower is?
160 horsepower.
Okay.
But it's turbocharged. It's a rocket. At 10,000 feet, it's still pushing 48 inches of manifold pressure.
So it's much lighter than my Titan.
The plane weighs 950. It'll haul 1865.
Wow.
It'll haul as much as it weighs.
So how much is my NX carry? So mine's only 1182.
No, your plane's probably 1400, and actually your plane's 1600 probably on the floats, and it's 2300 gross. So this is a lot. This'll if it'll fit in there, it'll fly with it.
Yeah. And then
Titanium gear. So they're putting titanium gear on here to keep it lightweight. Of course, Acme suspension. It's an SS airplane as far as the wing and the aileron, so it's got little 50 degrees of flaps.
It doesn't have the push rods in it?
Nope, no push. Only the X-Cub has the push rods in it.
Okay. What else is different?
Not really. Other than that, it's pretty much an SS.
The G series?
Nope, doesn't have the G series flaps and aileron. So it actually performs a little bit better, the flaps. There's not a slotted flap, and it's 50 degrees. So you'll it's a big difference taking off and landing. Yeah. It gets slow. So
what are you usually over the numbers?
Yeah, high 30s.
Really?
Yeah, you can indicate 0 and fly it. You ain't going 0, but you can get it in and take your hands off the controls. It's pretty crazy.
Cool. Let's see the rest of this. I want to see the inside too.
Yep.
So not much else different
No,
there?
pretty much that. We haven't changed much. Just the tail feathers are 3 inches wider because it's an 1865 airplane. Same size you have, but an SS, they're 3 inches narrower.
Okay.
To haul the extra, the gross weight.
Now I know, I've been seeing more and more of the baby bush wheel stuff. I mean, how do you like it?
Yeah, the baby bush wheel's okay off airport, but it shimmies like hell if you're on pavement.
Really?
So I don't recommend it unless you're really doing a lot of off airport stuff. So these are a little better. That's actually got a titanium leaf spring too.
Okay. Now this is the same wheels that are on the front of the floats for the...
Probably the same size. Probably the same size, Joe.
Okay. So how long you had this?
Yeah, a month and a half. So this has got it's got the smaller G3X in there.
So yeah, it's almost like the SS.
It's
really
just,
simple?
yeah, all simple. Still got plenty of baggage compartment back here. It's got, if right and left fuel, it doesn't have both.
Okay. Like the FX?
No, it doesn't have the FX, so.
Okay.
It's got the 7-inch Garmin G3X instead of the 10-inch.
Engine.
And then that's your engine, that's your FADEX there. So if we turn that on, it'll turn on. Single lever control. There's no mixture, there's no prop. It gives you % of throttle. It tells you where this is at, and that's it. It's all you control. So when that pops up there, it's going to say % of throttle, and you can run it like 98%. So you see the throttle up here?
Okay.
It's going to just give you percentage when you're flying. That's it. I mean, you don't do anything.
Takes all the guesswork out, huh?
It takes everything. So if we were going to start it, it'll actually tell you if it's cold where to put the throttle out to start it.
Really?
It's pretty crazy.
Cool technology.
The last 2 inches of throttle just sticks you in the seat like a Corvette. I mean, it literally puts you in the seat. It's crazy.
Wow.
So it'll climb straight up at 2,000 feet a minute and accelerate. It's a hot rod. I mean, it's a real hot rod.
Trent Palmer's building a Legend Cub right now.
Yeah.
And he's putting that in it for a lot of those reasons. You know, he just loves it.
Well, that should. There's a lot of tech. There's a lot of engineering into getting that to cool right and all that. So he's got his work cut up for him that end of it. But they first came out, they gave you a free glass panel and titanium gear, which is like 28 grand. So and then that stopped at Oshkosh. Well, I just had a guy call the other day, and one of the other dealers had a customer wants out, so I bought that position. So I can actually buy one of these for free gear and free thing.
Really?
At last prices.
So can you change over the yoke and all that stuff? Or?
Well, not really. You're pretty much it's a different torque tube in there, but
you can put the handles on here and stuff.
Yeah, you could actually you will like that. That'd be something for you could play with. A lot of guys do that.
What are the 2 buttons?
So this one here is push to talk.
Okay.
Autopilot disconnect.
Okay. Now does this also disconnect the trim or?
Nope. That's only on the X Cub. And then this is your trim button. Of course, your trim button. Got trig radios in it, transponder.
Is there an IBBS in this or no?
No.
Okay. So
that's probably what's equivalent to that, because you got your DC master. So I'm assuming that's kind of like probably your IBBS there. It's kind of weird the way that you're just not used to turning the key off in an airplane. You actually turn this all so that's on. So to turn it off, you got to go just all the way around.
Is there a push button style?
No, it starts right there too. I had the master off.
Oh, okay.
But yeah.
All right.
Heater system works good.
To thank Martil for inviting us today.
So thank you for coming. I hope if you have any other questions, let me know. We have a pistol range, a rifle range all the way out to 500 yards, an airstrip, as you know, 14 stations of sporting clays, over 3 acres of event space. I am a Harvest host. So if you've ever heard of that, you can go online to be able to stay here through agritourism.
My wife and I live on Long Island. In New York, and we're snowbirds down here up at Spruce Creek Fly-In.
My name is Alex de Cessna. I have a Kit Fox. If anybody wanted to do bush flying, I'm open to it. I'm out for it. And I also fly Cirrus, but the real airplane is the Kit Fox, just to make that very clear.
Yay.
Yeah.
Hi there, I'm Pat Anderson. Me and my wife and 2 kids are from Lafayette Landings. We both work at Embry-Riddle. I'm a professor of aerospace engineering. She'll get up here and tell you she's a professor of aeronautical science. A lot of flying in our family. We came over here in a Cessna 180. We also have a Husky on 29-inch tires, an RV7 and a Pit Special. And so we're happy to be here. This is really cool.
We're in Lafayette Landings, just outside of Daytona Beach. It's a 3,000-foot grass strip, so I'd like to have everybody over for one of these fly-ins soon.
All right.
Don Irving from DeLand, Florida. I'm the guy with the bright red Great Lakes trainer out there. Pretty neat. But I am in the Cub community. Currently building a Cub Crafters EX3 I got from Chuck. And I'm a retired EMS helicopter pilot. I was at the University of Florida, Gainesville, for 15 years. And before that, I was a pilot for Broward County Sheriff's Department.
So I'm going to talk about 3 things. One is I'm a director of the Piper Museum in Lock Haven, Pennsylvania. I'm going to talk about what's going on at Piper Aircraft this year. And I was going to talk a little bit about a new series of books that are being published. Piper started up in Pennsylvania, in Lock Haven, and the factory's still there. Let's talk about Piper Aircraft. Again, it's, as you know, aircraft business goes up and down, and it's been up now for quite some time, and it's been wonderful. As you know, we launched a brand new aeroplane called the Piper Fury in January. I'm quite excited about it. So the business is in good shape, and the future looks bright for Piper.
So this is the end of the Cub Flyer event, and we're doing a little bit of a shooting contest here. And of course, at Square One Ranch here, you've got all kinds of ranges all throughout the property here that you can just get out to. So ending up the contest here. Hey everybody, we had an awesome day. It was really great to see all of our friends at the Florida Cub Flyers Club. We had about 35 planes there today. Got to talk with some cool people. Hopefully you guys learned something from some of these old timers that have tons of experience. I really love sitting around and talking to them. But if you're interested in joining the Florida Cub Flyers, if you're anywhere in Florida, just we'll put a link below, or you can get a hold of us at support@e3association.com, and we can get you connected to come join us in some of these events. And also make sure you go check out the E3 SkyShare app, because we got a whole bunch of locations. That location that we went to today at Square One Ranch, that is actually on our E3 SkyShare, and it's not an airport, it's just a place that you can go to, whether it's a backcountry strip, grass strip, whatever it may be, that you can land there. So it was a great day. Good to see all of our friends at the Florida Cub Flyers, and make sure you like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Take care.